And we're back.
I was waiting for Tim with his drink.
Oh.
His sip, but you don't. You know what? You're just rude.
Yeah.
Yeah. JCC, have you heard of the proverb about our 3 masks? This is what we're entering on?
The Japanese 3 masks thing.
Huh?
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
I'm not familiar with this. Well, I'm gonna tell you. To put it simply, every person has 3 different faces. The first is how we present ourselves to people in public. Strangers, passerby, that sort of thing. The second is how we present ourselves to our close friends and family, the ones we hold dear to our hearts. And the last is reserved only for oneself. It's our truest representation of our being that no one else can possibly interpret.
That's actually pretty amazing. Yuri seems to know what she's talking about.
Is that an
For
actual
once.
Japanese thing?
Yeah.
Oh. You know what I recently learned is the Chinese 3 swords. Are we familiar with this?
No.
People who immigrated to Japan from China in like the 1900s and stuff, maybe earlier. I can't remember that detail, but like they would pick up professions that were related to the 3 swords, meaning like things that were like used a blade. So that's why a lot of them became cooks, barbers, or what was the third one? Like cooks.
Assassin.
Yeah, assassin. It's like cooks, barbers, and I want to say tailors because of scissors, like the scissor blade. But yeah, look it up and
It's like
fact
there's
check
2
me.
wolves that live inside you. One is gay, the other is gay. I'm gay. Like that's.
You know what? It's a very eloquent thing, and I'm just saying it poorly.
No, I just think that there's a lot of those. They've just been so overshared by people on the internet trying to be deep, and it's very funny to me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Notice that
I've
I
never
said...
heard the 3 swords one though, so that one's. I feel like that one's untouched.
Well,
that one's good.
I actually learned that from Shenmue, so you're welcome.
Jesus.
Notice that I said how we present ourselves, not how we feel. I think perhaps the way Sayori reacts and the way she feels aren't necessarily the same. Hint, hint.
I think I understand, but what makes you bring that up?
You felt as though something wasn't right from the beginning, correct? Maybe your intuition is trying to guide you towards that conclusion on its own. Of course, that's just my perspective. It's entirely possible that I'm looking too much into it. Although I must admit, I am curious about her seemingly sudden attitude shift. I wonder what could have caused it. Did you tell her that you like me? Did you tell her about the chocolate? I bet she's upset because she likes you, TZZ. I assume you don't know of any potential events that could have had an impact on her life, do you? Like the chocolate?
I like when you start slurring your words.
I just kind of like goes off the rails and I have no ability to control it.
I know, it's good.
Impact on her life. Well, there was that one time she came out of the Mask of Zorro and both her parents were killed in Crime Alley. Then she became a vigilante in the night.
Oh my god!
And then I have to look up at the screen to make sure that actually, like, Tim's not reading from it, because he always just does it. He just does that to me.
Nothing comes to mind, although as you said earlier, I'm not sure if she'd tell me anyway. She turns to face me, wearing a plaintive smile.
I understand this must be quite frustrating for you, TCC. You want to help her, but she won't let you. But sometimes there's only so much you can do. For now, your best bet would be simply to let her know you're there for her without prying. I'm sure she would open up to you when she feels comfortable doing so. She's lucky to have such a thoughtful person in
I think we should cry. I think we should just like sit her down and like Batman Dark Knight style be like, where's the depression? Where is it? Just like go
I'm
off there.
feeling depressed. We'll just bane it right out of her.
Yeah.
She's lucky she's got you, baby. That's my read of that line.
You think the depression is your ally, but you just adopted it. I was born in it, molded by it.
What do you think this mask is for?
I didn't see a manic episode until I was an adult.
I wonder what will break first, your mental health or your body?
Jesus.
Oh no.
We're probably going to hell.
Yeah.
Friends like that are quite hard to come by these days.
Monica said something similar to me just now. I rubbed the back of my neck in embarrassment. You guys give me too much credit. I'm just doing what any friend would do, right? There's nothing extraordinary about what I'm doing for Sayori.
Hoo-hoo, so humble.
Anyway, do you mind if we do some reading? I can't do anything else for Sayori, so I might as well take my mind off it.
I would love to read. Of course.
Oh, that's me. Okay, everyone.
After some time passes, Monika calls out to the club room.
Why do we share our poems now?
Oh, I forgot we get more poems!
Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika, and she smiles reassuringly at me.
Oof, these are gonna be rough.
I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori.
I'm glad Sayori's is first.
It's good to see you taking poetry seriously, TCC.
Slight jab.
Yeah, truthfully, I wasn't really sure how much I'd like writing poems, but coming here made me realize how enjoyable it can be.
It looks like you've really been influenced by Yuri, too.
Eh? Have I?
No. Did you write it specifically for her?
What? No, I didn't. What gave you that impression?
You're about, like, a lot of crazy ass
Wow.
shit, bro. Never mind. It's a nice poem, by the way.
The third line just says knives 6 times in a row.
Nice!
Ah, thank you. An awkward silence descends upon us.
Sorry, you burped in me.
That's why it was awkwardly silent.
Yeah, she's like, oh, sorry, burp trapped in me. It's good to see you making friends, though, with people that aren't me. Seeing you get closer to them, seeing you happy, it makes me happy, too.
Yeah, right.
Really happy.
I turn to look at her, but she's deliberately avoiding eye contact as she aimlessly fiddles with a pen in her hands.
Oh my gosh.
Her words really don't match her demeanor. No sense in questioning it, though, as I already know what the response would be.
Death!
I feel bad for her, but then I also am just, like, angry with her, because it's like, there's no solution unless you just, like, choose to love her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, like, not fair. It's frustrating. It's like TCC should be able to love Yuri. Like, sorry, he can be your friend too. Like, why don't you get that?
I don't know.
Why don't you understand, Sayori?
How was your nap, by the way?
Oh, yeah, it was great. Really helped.
Wasn't long enough or
Wasn't a
big
depression
enough.
nap at all.
I'm fully aware that she didn't nap at all, and the fact she went along with the lie further confirms my suspicions.
There wasn't enough dirt in the nap, if you know what I mean.
Oh, God. I open my mouth to call her out on it, but then I stop, remembering Yuri's words.
Just be there for her, TCC. Don't pry. This is Yuri's voice. Go to Dagobah, TCC.
Perhaps now just isn't the best time to ask about whatever's on her mind. It's not like we're best friends nowadays. There's clearly some distance between us, as much as I don't want to admit it. I've asked her what's wrong, but she didn't really confide in me. It's frustrating, but as Yuri said, all I can do now is let her know I'm there for her and respect her boundaries. Sometimes you have to just work with the hand you've been dealt, I guess. Hey, Sayori. Look, this might sound a bit weird, but I just want you to know that I'm here for you, no matter what's going on. I shouldn't have pried earlier. I should have respected your privacy. It's just hard for me to sit back and do, well, it feels like nothing.
It's okay. I appreciate the concern. Thank you. Anyway, Monika told me she wanted to discuss our festival preparations after everyone was done sharing poems. So, I should probably show you my poem now. Anyway, here it is.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. Fairy tale. In a kingdom far, far away, there was a castle. In the castle, there was a wish. The wish came to be long, long ago. She was made to be an angel, but I wasn't an angel. I was just a wish to make everyone happy. Chill out there, Rorschach. I took on their burdens and did what I could. I kept safe their dreams like a guardian should. The seeds were my efforts that spread far and wide. I fed them with power I found deep inside. People like me when I made things right, but they got used to it and stopped believing so much. I watched the children playing and felt sad, but I was happy too. Burp. I really was. It truly was enough to be the fairy godmother, the one that everyone depended on and trusted. But time kept on passing as I gave my all. I had nothing left and I couldn't stand tall. But I kept on going as I'd always done, a soldier in battle with nowhere to run. Even wishes get tired too. Once everyone was happy, my job was done. Well, what came after? I could see darkness on the horizon. Quick! Make it all go away! When everything's big and bright, what more could anyone wish for? Nobody knew how long it would keep up, but they kept living happily, happily, happily ever after.
Guys, come back next time for a deep introspective analysis of this
so
poem.
edgy.
Bye, you guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.